Star Souls, welcome to my channel. I am super excited for this reading. It's one of my favorite themes to do pick cards on, spirituality. So we're gonna be looking at your psychic development journey, where you're at currently, what is going on, what advices Spirit has for you, extra detailed messages, and what gifts are you developing. Just everything psychic, everything spiritual. So yeah, this is for my esoteric babies. Okay, so we've got 3 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can pause the video, take time to really feel out feel out the energies, and let's get into it. So we're going to start off with pile number 1. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So intuitively, with pile number 1, I'm getting that a lot of people are resisting to see, acknowledge, validate, or accept, or all of these things, your spiritual journey, your spirituality, your gifts. There is a new philosophy awakening within you, and there is so much resistance from the outside world. I feel like pile number 1, maybe at some point you found a very comfortable place with your opinions, where you could express yourself, you felt understood, but maybe now things are changing, and suddenly your soul tribe or people who used to get you, maybe they did not believe in the same things, but they were like, okay, that sounds interesting. Maybe now they are very far, not in a bad way, not that they're less than you spiritually, but they're just, there is a lot of distance between where they're at spiritually with their understandings and where you are at. So some of you are either transitioning from this space of feeling comfortable with your opinion to express it, especially about your belief systems, and now you're not so comfortable because you're changing, and it becomes even crazier than it used to be, how you view the world. Or you've always had this resistance from other people when it came to expressing your belief systems. And I think that the more your spiritual gifts intensify, which I really sense here, the more you have to love other people and give them space to grow to a point where they don't have to agree with you to see value in your point of view, in your perception of life. So let's get into your cards. Let's see, where are you on your journey, right? Some advice, some message from Spirit. Wow, oh my gosh, okay. Power over 7 scorpions, power to conjure lower vibrational forces. So this does imply black magic or darker magic, or simply exploring just the lower vibrational energies. But what I'm getting here is that you're gaining control over this. You guys, I knew that this is gonna be an intense pile, because you guys with this energy, Spirit is saying you are being reacted to a bit aggressively, or a bit, people are a bit triggered by your beliefs, because your beliefs and how you view the world and your psychic development puts you in a position where you almost have control over people's demons. You can manipulate them, not that is agreed to do it, but you can do it if you wanted to. And the Spirit is saying you hold power over the shadow self of people at this time specifically, because you yourself might have become very much in touch with your darker sides, with your shadow self, your subconscious. A lot of self-analysis has taken place, and now that you can see people so clearly, even if you don't say anything, they can feel it energetically, and it's triggering reactions within them. For some of you, you're triggering people because you have outgrown what they perceived in you to be um, naivety and innocence. You have outgrown the naivety of the inner child. Your inner child has developed to a more still pure and innocent but more wise state. This is also very scary because people now see that they cannot manipulate you and they cannot hide a lot of things from you. Oh my gosh, divine sun child. Blessings of the sun falcon. So, yeah, as I said, you have outgrown um, the previous state of your inner child. Your inner child has developed into a very powerful energy source. Now, your inner child is not a weakness, it's not something that makes you naive, it's not something that makes you lack boundaries or whatever. It actually gives you a lot of inspiration, creativity, passion, a lot of curiosity. This, almost like a new version of you, scares people. I mean, it's not new, it's always been there, it's just that you polished yourself so much spiritually. Many of you are just unrecognizable. And the Pillar of Light, Descent of the Star of Isis. Okay, let me see. You're in alignment with your higher self more than ever. You might want to work with emerald green, um, any emerald green stones and crystals and gems, and also the golden energy, maybe even gold, as in the metal. Maybe you have golden jewelries. This pillar of light, the pillar of light is activated when our chakras are aligned. So look at you going from the root, from the feet, even with this power to conjure lower vibrational forces, working through your lower chakras, ascending into the belly, into the solar plexus, into the sun, the inner child, energy that we carry within. And then the pillar of light, which when I look at it, I think of really opening up your crown chakra. So you guys really walked the hard parts of the path, and this is why your psychic development is so rewarded at this time. Some of you might receive visions of your future partner or even your future child. Others of you, you are given a gift. Actually, you're not given. You are being initiated with a gift of banishing. I think that's the correct word. Banishing or bashing? Banishing, I believe. Banishing negative energies from homes, any space really. Also, I'm getting cleansing parasites from the chakra system. You can do that as well. This is something you might have been trained by meeting people who really need a spiritual cleanse, a detox. I'm almost getting a blue flame energy because there is fire here, the fire element, the flame, right? But I'm sensing a lot of cold vibes. Like it's so cold that it burns you. This is how you work with lower astral forces and lower astral entities. You are so cold or kind of not feeling any emotional reaction to them that you are able to tell them what to do or to just remove them. So this fire element that you're mastering to work with, this fire energy that you're mastering to work with, to cleanse and heal and fight the darkness in a sense, it's very piercing. It's piercing through the darkness in this, how do I explain it? Like it's cold. It's literally the blue flame. It is so cold it burns. So there is some emotional mastery attached to your spiritual mastery. The fault line. I've never worked with this card, but relying on my intuition is the way to go. Okay, hold on. Come on, I can take it. And the bridge. Oh my gosh, the fault line and the bridge. So, you guys... Okay. Your spirituality is becoming so intense, you might feel like you're crossing some spiritual boundaries with people and with the unsaid, unspoken spiritual rules. You might feel like you're breaking the rules or something. You might feel like you're doing something that's maybe not so good. Yeah, it almost feels like the initiation into the next stage of your journey, next gift, embodying your true gifts, might actually mean that you're breaking the spiritual rules and you may not feel very confident about this, is what I'm getting. Some of you are still not giving in completely when it comes to your practice, when it comes to the energies that lead you. You are being a bit suspicious. Maybe some of you are suspicious of the entities or the guides you work with or the things that they guide you to do. This is a very tough lesson. It's all about discernment. It's all about, will you decide to connect with these energies or not? Will you trust them or not? What is your intuition telling you? The Magician. Wow. Yeah, with the Magician we definitely have some manipulation going on, manipulation of energy, manipulation of thoughts. Some of you might be a bit scared of your abilities because maybe you feel like this power is overtaking or it's too intense to control it. Sometimes you may not feel completely in control of it. Knight of Coins. You want to slow it down. You guys really want to slow down the process, especially for those of you who have recently had a really paranormal experience that hasn't happened for you in quite some time, and maybe it spooked you. Even if you're into these things and into these fields, esoteric, spirituality and everything, some phenomena might have spoke to you a little. And Knight of Swords. Wow. You guys are looking for a teacher, for information. because you're given these great powers, very intense gifts, but what do you do with it? How do you control it? How do you master it really? You're trying to see the origin of your ability, what it represents, where does it come from, who gave it to you, which guide, right? Which guide initiated you into this? From which past life is this coming from? You're trying to understand the very origin of things in order to feel more empowered to know where to look for information. So if you've been resonating with a specific culture, you might research the mythology, and you might research the deities connected to the gifts you are currently working with, to see how can you tame this power. It's very, very intense. I'm hearing second house activity. So you guys at this time are being taught that your values in life, your spiritual values and your material values are merging. You're blending the air and the earth element. But yeah, second house is all about values, whether they're material. Most of the time, this is what the house represents in astrology. Material possessions, our self-worth. But with you guys, you're trying to ground your intensity by seeing the 3D or the material values of your spiritual gifts. This is how you try to ground the intensity. And this is highly advised, highly recommended. If you're doing this already, then you're on the right path. And if not, and you feel this intensity and it's even scary, you guys really should ground your spirituality. You guys might be preparing, organizing for something in the future. And yeah, this is a long-term set date. For example, for going to a retreat or going somewhere, traveling somewhere. But you are preparing for this right now, even though you have a lot of time. You just want to be ready. I'm also hearing some magic money coming your way. Some of you will see actually material results from all the spiritual knowledge and skills that you have accumulated so far. It's almost like at the scariest point of your journey where you really don't know what's going on and you really feel this intense energy and you don't know how to deal with it. At this very moment, you start to see something, like maybe someone validates you for the first time for something so intense and crazy and out there, outlandish. It gives you a boost of confidence. So I see that right now you have slowed down your spiritual journey because you want to distribute the intensity equally throughout different time frames so you can deal with it without getting too caught up and too lost in it. But there is a validation coming your way. There is a strong synchronicity or validation coming your way from a person, maybe someone you don't know yet, but this feels like it's the type of synchronicity that you cannot ignore because it's so physical and it's so in your face. You cannot just say that it's a coincidence. It's not. Some of you, I'm getting that you've been overwhelmed um, by maybe, I don't know, I'm hearing colors, maybe visualizations. Maybe it's time to implement some practice of meditating in a dark room, or meditating without music on. It's almost like there are so many things and images and thoughts in your brain, but even if you're meditating, you may not be really processing them because you're trying to control your meditation, you're trying to control your spiritual development, and you're not allowing very, very, very deep subconscious stuff to emerge. And this wants to emerge. I can feel it. You might start seeing colors in the darkness, you might start seeing auras, but it's almost like you need to detox your senses. They've been overly stimulated, too much music, maybe too many movies, too many Instagram photos, too much painting even. Like, there is something about really detoxifying your senses in order to be able to pick up on the subtle things from your subconscious. And once you practice that, you will see how your subconscious becomes more and more clear, more and more saturated. Your visions are no longer vague or undefined. They become very, very, very defined. They become very refined, I want to say, and very detailed. So this detoxifying of the senses, indulge less in consumption of any type of art, or just any type of indulgence where your senses are being stimulated. When you detoxify yourself from that, your inner worlds start to shine like never before. They become colored, and this is something you're meant to go through, that would enhance your spiritual gifts. Honestly, this is everything I see for you guys, so this is where I'm going to stop the reading. I hope you enjoyed it and you resonated. Let me know. These are all new decks, so I was very much experimenting with this, but I hope the messages reach you and they clarify some things, they suggest some things that can help you. And yeah, please let me know in the comment section below how you resonated. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe because it helps my channel. And if you want to inquire a personal reading, email me or text me on Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye everyone. Hello Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see what spiritual gifts are you developing, where are you on your journey, some details and advices from Spirit. Okay, let's get started. Oh yeah, before I get started with pile number 2, when I was preparing the piles, I had intuitive messages for all of the piles. So for pile number 2, yeah, what I felt was that some of you guys are trying to let go of something. You're trying to put something through a death and rebirth process. You're trying to refresh something or completely get rid of it. And many of you might be tired a little bit. And I'm getting green juice. So Spirit really, really recommends you take care of your physical body at this time. You guys are going through a lot physically. It's affecting you physically. Your ascension process is really affecting you physically. Yeah. So let's see. Healing the divine masculine. Okay. Life restored. Oh my gosh. Priestess of the Phoenix. Okay. And oh my god. And Miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. Healing. Life restored. Healing. So you are really putting something through the death and rebirth process. Truthfully. But it's time for you to heal. Yeah, you forgot. Some of you got lost in the process of transformation. You forgot that you should give yourself some time to heal, some time to integrate the changes. Maybe you've been so excited for these changes, for this transformation. Some of you guys got addicted to switching up your routine, always doing something differently, always jumping into the next interesting thing. But this is wearing your soul off a little bit. You might be connecting to a blue feathered galactic guide. They're showing you some mudras. These are different positions with the hands. I won't do them, but it's called mudras. I feel like you're being shown how to activate your physical body, how to initiate it into its own ascension. Yeah, I see like your guides showing you ways to heal, ways to activate your chakras, and these are things that I think that for most of you, maybe some would see this on YouTube or something, but most of you will get this naturally, intuitively. You would just know what to do. You would know how to move your body, how to position your fingers, what chants to sing in meditation. And all of this is connected to the ascension of the physical body. Your inner masculine is going through extreme healing and transformation, and those of you who are in a special connection would see this mirrored by your counterpart, or you mirror your counterpart's healing. So yeah, I mean it's a mutual thing, the mirroring part, but it starts with one person and the other continues. So if you associate yourself to be the masculine energy, you are healing, and you are mirroring. You're healing because you're mirroring your counterpart's energy. If you're the feminine, your counterpart is mirroring you because you started the healing process. You're getting out of a period of shadow work. I really see that you're getting out of it bit by bit. Also, you're taking ownership and responsibility of the things you were unwilling to see. I'm almost hearing the return of the king or the queen. Maybe there is something you gave up on. It's being restored. Your passion about it is being reignited. You see new potential and fresh energy and something old and old structure. I don't know why, but I'm getting that some of you might actually get into some more extreme sports or something that really creates that dopamine and adrenaline in your body. You guys are experiencing your ascension on a chemical level. Let me tell you this. I'm hearing that many of you have come into an acceptance with your origins, with your roots, with your fourth house, where you come from, your foundation in life. You're coming into acceptance of that, and it's very empowering. Some of you, if you see yourself as a star seed, you might associate yourself maybe with some reptilian energy, or maybe you've been working with it, or even draconian, like. And I don't know, I'm getting, or Orion, for example, I'm getting that you're accepting to be part of something that's been deemed to be bad. You're accepting it because you know that the bad and the good are very limiting terms, and it's so much more than this. Okay, agape. Wow. This is a very beautiful card. And the ocean. Hello. So, your spirit guides are saying that right now, accept the things that give you pleasure in life. So, for some of you, if you're afraid to get in touch with your sacral chakra, your pleasure, your sensuality, even your sexual energy, because you see it to be animalistic or low vibrational, your spirit team is saying that this is actually going to be very, very activating for your intuition. Sirius, Orion are constellations that are influencing you heavily at this time. For some of you guys, I see a visitation of a local museum, or there's an exposition and you're going. For others, you might watch some old movies, but it feels good. I don't know. You guys are finding so much pleasure, and your senses are being stimulated through the past, through retro vibes, retro energies. At this time, you're very connected to your past lovers telepathically, so be patient with yourself if you're feeling sexually drawn to someone from the past that maybe broke your heart, or even if they didn't, you just don't want to be drawn to them this way. You might be, okay? You might look at your past and the things that you didn't appreciate, now you see so much value in them, is what I'm getting. Don't stop yourself from seeing the value in the past or in a past situation, because this is not escaping the present moment. This is actually going to teach you, because now that you have this experience, it's going to teach you in the present moment to always value what you have, because you're gonna think, remember when I did not appreciate this and later down the line I did? Well, maybe now it would be nice to appreciate the present moment, because who knows, I might wake up craving to go back to it one day. So this is what is going on. There is a link between your past and the present, and a lot of transformation takes place through this. As I said, you are healing, restoring old structures. You are bringing back the life and the passion about what you used to do. And look at all these candles. So a lot of candle magic might be involved here. In fact, it could be part of one of your spiritual gifts. You might be very gifted to enchant the candles, to see visions. Maybe some of you can see visions in the flame of a candle, or by looking at a bowl of water. But overall, your psychic abilities right now are very much on a physical level, in the sense where your body becomes your psychic antenna. So your gifts are no longer this intuitive, external, invisible force or gift that you have. Your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities are becoming physically explanatory. You can sense how your body works when you do your practice. You can get some physical proof in your very cells, in your very body, when you do this psychic work. The moon, oh my gosh. The Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. Look, I really highly recommend working with a candle and then using water, maybe even light up a candle in front of a mirror or something. There is something about looking at the reflection of things and seeing things for what they truly are by looking at their reflection. So you might use scrying. I think this is when you look at the mirror and you get intuitive messages through what you see. Moon water, moon potions might also be involved. I mean, miraculous healing of the goddess, healing the divine masculine, life restored. There is this in all these cards, and the ocean as well. Like, you actually might be very gifted at making healing essential oils or healing potions, because I'm getting something about the water element, the bacteria, the microorganisms in the water. You can talk to them, you can, with your abilities, program them to work in a specific way when you drink it, when you put this potion in your body or on your body. Because when you have Osiris rising, you have the underworld. The underworld, or this would be like the things you can see only under a microscope. The things we don't see but are there. It gives me like Venus and Scorpio vibes. This is all about the mud in the water. It comes up to the surface. So you have some strong connection with making potions, and just with your thoughts, with your intentions, enchanting the water. The more you work on your elemental magic, the more animals would be attracted to you, is what I'm getting. And also in the next 3 weeks, you have plenty of time to practice your rituals. And I'm also hearing you're uncovering a new way of a new spiritual practice, a new way of doing your rituals that will work for you. It feels, once again, so fresh. It's like you're doing the same old thing. For example, it's something spiritual that helps you, right? But somehow you change it to the point where it feels fresh, to the point where it's igniting you once again. It ignites that spark, and therefore enhancing. It is enhancing for your spiritual abilities. I mean, you are working with the underworld, but this is like, it's like Lemuria. It's like you're using the knowledge of the feminine and the deep hidden aspects of the feminine. You're using that knowledge to enlighten yourself, to, I'm gonna give an example here. You would take the story of, for example, Lilith, or a feminine energy that is just residing within darkness. You go there and you take the knowledge. You take the knowledge from her. You take the experience, and somehow you put it in your spiritual practice. It's so hard even for me to understand. I'm really trying to make the messages make sense. Okay, let me put it as simply as I can. Something in your life is becoming alive, basically. And it felt dead, and it felt lifeless, empty, impossible to be enlightened. I'm hearing, oh, okay. So I'm getting that. Okay, now it makes sense. Everything that I spoke about, the dark feminine and stuff like this represents parts of ourselves that we reject so strongly. We have such a strong opinion about. We're like, I would never think, feel this way, or do this thing. I would never. These are our strong opinions, deeply rooted within us. You are going there. Through your spiritual practice, you're doing something you would have never ever thought of doing, or you never wanted to do it. It was against your values. It was just against who you believed yourself to be. And you're going there and you're doing it. And the darkness that I sensed here comes from, it's not like even dark in the sense of bad, evil. It's just triggering. It's because you're going against your own values, and you feel like you betrayed yourself, but now you're just evolved so much more, where you can allow yourself to challenge your values now. I think this is what's going on with you guys. And I know it took me quite a lot of time, but I overall see a lot of joy, happiness, and satisfaction coming from doing something that you said you would never do. And Spirit is saying you're not betraying yourself, you're just operating from a new place, from a new state of consciousness. Spirit is saying that vows are made. Oh my gosh, this sounds very weird, kind of kind of dramatic, but vows are made to be broken, because vows, promises, create a box. No matter how big or small it is, it's still a box. It's still some sort of limitation. You're breaking free from that. And it might feel like you're going against yourself, you're betraying yourself. But you're not, because you have the ocean, you have Osiris rising. You have parts of you emerging that you were not aware of before. And that's why now, with these parts being active, you can no longer keep up with your old values and promises. And this is regarding your spiritual abilities, your spiritual practice. So maybe an esoteric area or an esoteric ritual or something that you thought you would never do, you were always against it. For example, you never thought of yourself as a starseed or whatever, or a witch or a magician, but now you're being drawn to this because the universe is trying to show you that you are limitless. It's trying to show you that the less you label yourself, the more gifted you will be. I'm sorry it took me so much time to understand this, but I myself, it's like, this is just the type of information where it's so fresh, like the channeled messages are so fresh, I have no foundation, so it does take some time to understand what the cards mean. But yeah, you guys are basically outgrowing yourselves so much. You're outgrowing your spiritual abilities and your practices. And yeah, like at the beginning I told you that I intuitively sense you're trying to put something through the death and rebirth process. You're trying to, your higher self, the universe, is trying to put you through the death and rebirth process. You're literally pushing yourself to do that. There might be a sudden change of environment, and you can sense this psychically, intuitively, unconsciously, and you're preparing for this before you even know for sure that it's coming. So this is all I'm getting for pile number 2. Once again, I apologize if I didn't make sense at some point, but I tried my best. I hope you guys resonated with the messages. You found something within them for you that can help you, even just a little. Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, because it supports my channel so much. If you want to book a personal reading with me, make sure to email me or DM me on my Instagram. So that's everything. Bye, pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see, what spiritual gifts are you working on? Where are you at on your psychic development journey and all that good esoteric stuff? Oh, okay. So I forgot with pile 2 as well, but then I had to put back the card because for each pile, I had an intuitive message when I was preparing them, and for you guys, I had a vision of an ocean that was very calm and peaceful. I felt like you guys are the healthiest pile of all, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I just feel like you're in a very good, calm, peaceful place. And yeah, Spirit basically showed me that to kind of reassure you that you're doing the right thing. Just because maybe something is not happening or things are just not moving quick enough does not mean you're not growing. You just found the flow for yourself right now. Enjoy it. Okay, now let's get started with the cards. Divine Guardian, protection of the winged mother. I love this so much. This is why you might feel so peaceful, because you guys have this inherited protection from your ancestors, from your guides. Some of you, I don't know why I'm getting something about receiving a message, a download, or even seeing a guide while you're taking a shower or bathing or swimming around the water. There was a very strong presence of a guide. You felt it or you saw the guide almost. Maybe you saw colors, maybe you saw flashes of light. And this is coming through. Spirit of Isis. Triumph of the Goddess. Ooh, okay. This is very beautiful. Okay, so you guys right now really want to spin the wheel. You really want to spin the wheels. You might want to go on a road trip. There is a temptation to make things move faster. Key of Life. Spinning the key of life. What did I just say? Spin the wheel. So here we go. Big ass confirmation. I really get that pile number 3 wants to move. Like, you guys want to be on the go. Many of you are manifesting a pet, is something I forgot to mention in the intuitive message. Many of you are manifesting a pet. I love the level of detachment with pile number 3. It feels like you're exploring different cultures, you're exploring different philosophies and ideas, and you're just so comfortable and flexible with your beliefs. It's manifesting very different and fresh people to come into your life, is what I'm getting. Clocks, for some reason, are very significant in calendars as well. Maybe you're trying to map out a plan at this time. I even think that pile number 3 might not be as focused on their spirituality as usually. Your focus is somewhere else. Your focus is on some sort of victory. You're protecting fiercely your victory. You're making sure you are getting out of this as a winner. There might be deadlines. This is why I'm getting this clock, this calendar. Maybe there's a deadline and you're making sure you keep up with this. Wow, I'm getting a lot of inherited power from your father. Mm-hmm. A lot of protection, a lot of confidence. Almost like I'm almost getting this sense of entitlement over your own destiny. Like, you know you deserve it. You know what's your destiny. You know what's your path. This very much comes from the father figure in your life, but it's beautiful. It's really potent. The healer and the orphan. We have the snakes. It's funny how I spoke about the father figure, and here we have the orphan. Some of you have become adults too quickly in life. And if you were not in such a rush to succeed, to feel worthy, your healing abilities could shine much brighter. Yeah, I do see that you guys are suppressing your healing abilities because right now you're so focused on achieving something in your life. There are desires of your inner child that you have abandoned. And the fact that you want to move so bad, something I picked up on at the beginning of the reading, the fact that you want to go somewhere so fast and it's just so bad, like you're so willing to do whatever it takes, it really hurts your inner child. Maybe there is a parent figure you resented for something and now you act like this person. This is not even generational karma, it's generational behavior that you're trying to overcome. I'm trying to focus on your spiritual gifts and your psychic development, but with pile number 3, it's more about the journey than the destination, and I hate to say this, but my guides are saying that you're so focused on the final destination. And you try to act like you don't care, you try to act like, oh, it's alright, but deep down, you're fiercely, fiercely going after what you want. So let's see. I would say that one of your gifts is being clairaudient, musically inclined. And there is nothing bad in following your dreams and passions, But Spirit is saying, please don't forget your healing. Please don't forget to heal and to connect with your inner child. Some of you, maybe when you were a kid, you were made to believe that there is nothing you can offer to the world because you were not independent financially or you were not talented at something per se. You have to this installed program is making you go after things that maybe are not authentic desires or are blocking your path. Things that are blocking your path, things that are slowing you down. I see a lot of things that consume your energy with no purpose. There is no purpose behind them. Many of you are soon going to meet a teacher or a mentor, start a course or something. This will ground you. You guys have a lot of I can do this on my own type of energy. I can heal myself. I can help myself. A lot of self-help. Everything is done by you. Lack of trust in other people. But maybe this is because this is how you did it when you were a kid. You were left to do things on your own. But what I'm seeing is that there is a teacher, there is someone willing to help you. Please accept the help that's coming. Please accept someone who might know a thing or two about the healing process. Archangel Michael is coming through. And Saint Germain. Let me try and channel, like, what spiritual gifts are you developing? Some of you, there is a lot of mathematics in what you do, a lot of calculations. And maybe you don't see it because it's not obvious, but like the foundation of what you're making, of what you're doing, has a mathematical equation, if that makes sense. For example, art or music. Or even astrology, even making astrological predictions. You calculate degrees, the days, you look at the calendar. Some of you are designing or creating something with the purpose of healing others. And you're very protective of this creation. But Spirit is saying that this can be very spiritual or not at all. And Spirit guides are saying that it's important for you to find the spirituality in this creation. You're just very on the grind, Pile 3. You're natural warrior souls. I get that. I get it. However, there are events in your life that are teaching you to enjoy life. They're teaching you to accept help. Just because you are a healer does not mean you don't have the right to be healed by someone else. There is a person, and I'm really getting that with you guys, with pile number 3. Right now, the focus is not on your spiritual gifts, but on how you live your life and how it can be detrimental to your spirituality and your spiritual nature. And there is a person coming into your life that will show you a lot about this, that will teach you a lot about this, whether it's a creative mentor, whether it's a spiritual teacher, whether it's a friend, a new partner. And around this person, I'm getting the number 9, the number 6 being very significant. I'm getting a lot of dark colored when it comes to the hair of the person, the clothes that they are wearing. This person is not very extroverted. They really blend in the background, but when they come to you, there's no way you won't notice them. For many of my pile trees, it's time to experience love and help from other people. One of your spiritual gifts is to be able to create a little bit for everyone, like something for everyone. You are really able to sense what people need and to really make it unique and different and customized and personalized for each person you work with. So that is part of your gifts. It is a spiritual gift because you read what the soul of the person needs at this time. And you do it somehow, creatively, whether it's the things you say, the things you write, the things you make with your hands. You know exactly what they need. This is how you express your healer archetype, your healer ability, through being very observant. You can read energy, pile number 3. You can read energy. This is another, let's call it a spiritual gift, but you can say it's a psychic ability. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with subtle differences. You can read people's energy. And this is how you decide who you wanna be with this person so that you can provide them with what they need. You're natural providers. But this journey that should be very loving and opening has become a job. I don't know. I'm seeing that some of you are in a struggle because what you love to do has become a responsibility, a job. That's why now maybe it's the time to put the pressure of your shoulders, give it into someone else's hands. You are protected. You should not fear to let your guard down and to let someone else in, because there is someone else coming into your life. So this is all I've got for pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading and you resonated. Let me know. And yeah, I didn't necessarily pick up on your gifts or psychic abilities, but it was more about your journey and what to do and advice from spirit. I still hope you resonated and you got out of this reading everything you needed. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I am so grateful you watched this, you spent this time with me. And yeah, I read your comments, you guys. Even if I don't respond or even if I don't like them, I literally read every single one of them. It's very interesting to hear your opinion. Also, make sure to like, share, subscribe to support the growth of this channel. And yeah, thank you for being part of this thing with me. Sending you lots of love. Bye.